So the world is watching and wondering, what comes next in NFTs? Film. And Wax is making history this week and launching the world's first documentary scene NFTs. Check it out.
Viele Menschen stehen jeden Morgen für etwas auf das sie eigentlich gar keinen Bock haben. Für uns stand immer fest, dass wir uns nie dazuzählen wollen. Hast du das gehört?
Wir haben ein Projekt gesucht, das uns an unsere Grenzen bringt, und dafür brauchen wir eben einen Ort, der so weit weg ist wie nur möglich.
Also 3 Bremerhavener gehen in die Antarktis.
Aber jetzt haben wir halt nur noch wenige Stunden und das wird jetzt echt knapp.
No. They stopped our luggage.
Wir träumen davon, einmal im Leben unseren eigenen Film in der Antarktis zu drehen. Was, wenn wir es jetzt einfach versuchen?
You shouldn't have a life where everything is totally comfortable. You want little bits of pulse racing discomfort, you know?
Mach lieber was Vernünftiges.
The world's first film-based NFTs are being launched on Wax by a guerrilla-style documentary called PROJEKT Antarctica. I recently sat down with the director to talk about the project and the launch. You don't want to miss this launch, and you definitely don't want to miss this interview. Let's get to it.
All that said, ladies and gentlemen, Tim David, thank you for joining us today.
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, it's good. How are you doing?
Pretty good. A little bit tired. I had a lot going on with the NFTs since this was my first time doing NFTs. But finally, we made it. Everything is online. So I'm glad I'm here.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, it seems like NFTs never sleep.
True. Yeah. It takes a little work to get into this whole topic, especially as a beginner. But yeah, definitely worth it.
Well, it's really cool that you're having this experience on Atomic Hub, because it seems like it's so much easier onboarding than other platforms, but I could be biased.
Yeah, definitely. For artists, it's less of a deal when it comes to the gas fees and everything. So it's really hands-on, and so we just got into it, and it's really cool. And also, Wax is a cool community to do all this in, because you guys are so well connected. It's really impressive.
Oh, awesome! Thank you. What brought you to Wax in general? Because there's so many platforms to choose from.
It really was a progress. I started out with several platforms. So first of all, we started on Ethereum. Then we found out about the carbon emission and the crazy gas fees and everything. So we had to look for an alternative, especially because our movie is about Antarctica. So obviously CO2 emission is a deal here. And so I got into the whole alternative sustainable blockchains. Yeah. And the thing is that many of those marketplaces who operate on those blockchains, they don't even really know what treasure they have nowadays, because they don't really market those green facts until now. So I kind of had to look for it. I went through a lot of Reddit groups and Reddit channels and Telegram, Discord, all those apps I never really used before. And I ended up going on Atomic Hub, finding out, okay, nice, low gas fees. And contacted the owners, the founder team. They're from Germany too, so that was really cool and fun. And we just started. That's how it all began.
So your project is actually the very first cinema scene-based NFTs in the world.
Yes. So our big goal was to be the world's first movie scene NFTs, cinema movie scene NFTs. Yeah, and it's really cool to be the first, because I think big movies are having a hard time because there's so many licenses and yeah, royalties and everything involved in those big productions. So it's really hard to negotiate all that for the big movies, especially after the production is done. And our big advantage here was that it's our own production, so we can do whatever we want with it. And so we just did it. And the NFTs for us as artists, as filmmakers, they open up so many new opportunities, and they bring back this uniqueness into the world of digital copies, into the world of too many copies. And this is what we need. So yeah, that was really it. I think it's going to be life-changing for many artists. So we have to support it.
I feel so special that I'm getting to do this interview with you, because I mean, I've been in blockchain for a while, and like this first is just, I don't know, it's a unique experience for me. So I mean, I don't even know if you're fully aware of like what you're doing and what's happening, but you definitely are pioneers in what you're doing. And I just think it's really unique that it's happening with such a great film. I'm excited to get my hands on a copy of the full documentary, but the trailer alone is like, you have me hooked. I've watched it so many times.
Yeah, it actually, the dropping those world's first movie scene NFTs, it's kind of, it fits the concept of our movie, because the movie was kind of the same thing. So we just had this big dream of going to Antarctica and making our own movie there. And we had no idea how. And the film shows how we did it. So it's also the category of the film is also very unique, because usually in those nature documentaries, you have all this polished, perfect material, and you won't see any problems on the set. You won't see if anybody gets seasick, or if anybody loses equipment, or like problems. And we showed all those problems. We were just honest in the film. So we also did something that many people hadn't seen before, and this was pretty cool. So being the first, I like that. And it's not easy, of course not. You have a lot of problems you run into, and you have a lot of people who don't really know in which sort of film they are seeing. But it's nice to surprise the people.
It's like you're able to take us on this hero's journey of discovering what it's like to follow your dreams and to go with your heart's desire. And
exactly, yeah. So the idea of the film was really to motivate people to go after their passion, instead of just going the safe way, the easy way, the best paid way, because we think that it's most importantly that you wake up in the morning and you like what you're doing, and after that comes the money, after that comes everything else. And especially in Germany, it's really, things are really let's say official. So people will only accept you if you have a nice looking CV, and if you have this and that certificate and graduation and everything. I still didn't graduate until now.
oh wow,
yeah.
you're still in school right now?
Officially, I'm still a student, yeah.
Gosh.
But
What about the other guys? Are they still a student too?
Dennis is, yes. So one of the guys is, and the other guy is already done. So yeah. But yeah, I think it's not the most important what kind of certificates and graduations you have, until you just gotta love what you're doing, and then you will be able to make a living of it, because then you have the power to find good business and everything. Yeah. Maybe I'm going to tell you a bit more about myself. I started with photography when I was a kid, and I earned some side money with selling stock photos really quickly when I was a teenager. So when my friends were out working like in bars or restaurants, I was already selling my pictures online, and I could get more into my passion, photography. So that was cool. So this way I learned to work with Photoshop and all those creative programs and applications. And then I started my studies, digital media production, in Northern Germany. And the cool thing about that was that I met amazing people there that really opened up my horizon for filmmaking. So this way I got into filmmaking, and I ended up working in the Hollywood for Independence Day as a visual effects artist. So
wow,
that was the big launch, and it just showed me what's possible if you if you wanted, you know. Of course, you can't really compare that to anything else. I think it was just a perfect combination of incidences. But yeah, this is how it all started. And then I came back to Germany afterwards and had a talk with my friends, and we thought, okay, let's do our own movie. Let's make our own movie.
You had mentioned before that your friends have experience as well, so it's like you guys could do every part of the production. Like, why not just do something yourselves?
Yeah, exactly. And our film is so different because there was no big budget in the background. There was no big studio in the background. There was no script as well. The story just unfolded itself. And we just had that goal. We want to make a movie in Antarctica. And then we thought, okay, why not making it different? Why not showing what really happens, how tough it is to even get there? And then we wanted to motivate the people with that message. So there were two things coming together here. And with the NFTs, it's pretty much the same. So we just do something that is pretty unique, and maybe people will talk about it. We will see.
You've had like over 100 different screenings, right, throughout Germany and Austria?
Oh yeah. So when we got back from the production itself, we had 11 months to finish the whole project.
Wow.
From production, from like raw footage, we had 130 hours of raw footage, and we had to edit this into a whole cinema movie, including marketing and everything from scratch. So that was the first big challenge after the trip. And we also told that story. So we had a very vivid community around us, and we shared the news, how the project is going and everything. And that was really cool because there was a lot of support carrying us. And we could not delay the premiere of the film because we had our sponsors, and we promised the date. And even though most of the movies get postponed at some point, ours didn't, and we were really proud of that. So yeah, we funded the film with partners, the sponsors, and that was really helpful because this way we had like, I think half a year of funding before, and not like years of contracts and years of applications that you usually have if you use normal film funds. And so we were a bit more flexible, and we could just go and start right away.
You had like huge sponsors too. I read that you had was Adobe and it's Sony and Microsoft and
Yes. Yeah, we were fortunate enough to work with those big tech companies. We also work with local companies in our area in northern Germany. But the cool thing with Adobe was that they knew us because we're brand ambassadors for a longer time already. And they were saying, okay, so let's collaborate on our new Lightroom update, on our new After Effects update. And let's just create some tutorials with like cool Antarctica footage. We edited the whole thing on Premiere Pro. So there was a lot we could do together. And then they said, in exchange, we're going to support you guys with this movie. And that was really a cool collaboration.
that's like a really great synergy because I use Photoshop for all my NFTs too. So like shout out to Adobe, but it's really cool that they're like, hey, you're really good at this. How about you help teach other people what you already know, and we'll
Exactly.
support the
Yeah.
thing that you really want to do. Like I love
Yeah.
energies like that.
Yes, totally. So the film was all about that. We didn't sell any product placement. That was important to us, that we don't sell like, that we don't act like, oh, now we're using this energy drink or anything like that. Because
Yeah.
we don't like the concept of it. But yeah, we just did stuff on the side, and that was good enough. So we were happy to start this project.
The shots that you have and the edits is so epic. And I wanted to just touch on a little bit about the music because it's unlike anything I've ever heard. Like the cinema mixed with electronic, and I love it.
Yeah, so the music was really special about this one. We chose electronic music from Moderate, a very known Berlin artists who are big in electronic music, and they make kind of the mixture of orchestral music and electronic music. So it's really atmospheric and very Yeah, it kind of makes you dive into the scene. Also, we worked with Bernhard Blix, who's a big music artist as well, and he works for big companies like Audi and does commercial work a lot. So we had a really great team to use music from, and that was also interesting because we really had also not only but also older people in the cinemas. And when we saw all those people coming into the theater with their like wheelchairs sometimes, I was really afraid that they're going to get a heart attack when the music starts playing. But actually they loved that music. So it was really interesting to kind of introduce them to electronic music as well.
You're also awakening the millennial generation to following your dreams and not just settling for a job. And
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
wow.
Just motivating people and surprising people. That's what we like. So that's why we're doing the NFTs now. So when we saw that, when we saw all those platforms that are out there, like Nifty Gateway and all of the Ethereum platforms, it was really surprising to see that there's already web pages that compare all the different gas fees that those platforms have, and they're all still expensive, but then the people choose the cheapest one because they think they save money. And to me, it was surprising that many of the like non-Ethereum platforms, they don't even know that they're so green. And so we also want to push the sustainable NFTs and sustainable blockchains with this mission.
The aspect at EOSIO where it's pretty much like feeless transactions. So the thought is like you want to be like what Visa needs. Like Visa can't have, oh well, we're going to charge you an extra $500 because everyone's trying to buy something right now.
Same for many artists, actually. By the way, so many artists have to really do an invest before they even know if they are going to sell their art at all. So before they become profitable on it, it takes a bit. But I don't even want to talk down on Ethereum or on the other blockchains. I don't know. I mean, there's still going to be a lot of innovation coming. What I think is more important is that the society and that the media, that they understand that there is a lot of innovation coming, and it's too early to already cancel and to already boycott a innovation that is important. So with this project, we also want to show that there is already a lot of alternatives and a lot of great concepts out there, and it's just too early to say no to this.
So true. Well, let's talk about your auction. It's an auction right now for the next few days, and there's a movie poster involved. I think it's dropping, tomorrow, but by the time this comes out, like a few hours, right? And then
exactly.
So let's I guess let's take a look at
let's go.
Your auction right now.
Yeah, we just started out on Twitter just for the crypto thing because we have a lot of followers on Instagram and Facebook, but I think for crypto, you just need Twitter. So we just got it.
Yeah, you guys, I was kind of tricked because look at these numbers. Because I was thinking, oh, we're because you say we're new to Twitter in this tweet, and I was like, oh, they're new to Twitter. Oh, I need to offer any help I can help, offer with film festivals, and I gave you this long list of things to be helpful for film festivals. And then I noticed that on Facebook, I'm reading, and you guys have already done over 100 film festivals. I felt so embarrassed. I was just, it was like, you guys don't need my help. But
no worries. Still helpful. I mean, please.
There's some right here, right? This is the collection pretty much.
Exactly. Yes. So we're seeing our 6 unique one-of-one mint movie scenes, and they are more than just this GIF. So this GIF is just a preview, but if you click on the link above, you will find our account on Atomic Hub, and those auctions that will start on March 31st, and this is me. Yes, in the middle we see Michael. Michael is an explorer and polar guide and a wildlife photographer at National Geographic, and many more. And then we see Dennis, and Dennis is kind of my childhood friend. We even moved together from the country. We moved to the city that we are studying in, and we did many projects together already. So yeah, that was a really cool team to work with. Dennis himself is a DOP, director of photography, and editor, really talented one. And yeah, it was great to work with those guys. This was actually right before it started. So this was right the moment before we departed. We just missed the ship by, I think, almost by a few hours. It was really tight, and the film is gonna tell why. But we were just lucky enough to even get there before the journey started.
So you're saying you like barely made this ship?
Yeah, let's not spoil too much, but we really had not the nicest welcoming in Buenos Aires in the customs, and yeah, but that's enough. I'm not going to tell more.
So this is a write-up on Atomic Hub, or also Atomic Assets, which is the standard that we're using for the NFTs.
Exactly.
By the Pink Network. They're a really cool group of guys that are also still in college and in Germany, so it's interesting.
Yes, I feel like there's a pattern there. Yeah, really cool guys who just started this Atomic Hub on the side, I heard, and it's just amazing to see how big it has gotten.
Yeah, it's so true, and it's a legitimate business. Like, you know,
Yes.
People have startups and they try really hard to make it like a legitimate business, and they're like, we're a startup that's already a legitimate business. Like,
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and here you see the 6 movie scenes. Obviously, it's more than those GIF animations. If you click on it, you will see a wall MP4 video file, and those files, there you see it. Yes, those files contain the actual movie scene. So movie scene is from 30 seconds to 2 minutes, and it shows the actual cinema movie scene. That's just gonna be unique as an artwork, and you can only get one. That's it.
There's only one of each of these.
Exactly.
That's really special. And you have a back, I guess, of credits or what people can get involved in your community. Oh, what is this? Physical signed print or something? Is this a special surprise?
Yes. So we thought that, okay, so if the people get the NFT, that's cool enough. But if we want to involve maybe communities that had never, that haven't had any contact with NFTs before, there should be something physical involved. So of course, the first owner, first buyer will receive something physical, like a printed artwork that connects to the NFT, maybe with a QR code or something. And also, we have so many inquiries and messages by people who watched our film who would like to know something about their own career, how to do this, how to do that. And we just love to share our experience and our motivation, but we can't share it with everybody individually. So we thought maybe it could be some extra motivation if the first owner, first buyers gets the direct contact to us as a team, and then we can support and push those people a bit in whatever they are doing. It was really cool after we had the film tour throughout the entire country in Germany. We had so many people contacting us, and there were people who like quit their jobs just because of us, and that was crazy to see what kind of movement we started there. And yeah, people just started crazy travels, crazy missions. They started new jobs, or they found their metaphorical own Antarctica. So that was really cool, and that was the biggest compliment that people could bring us.
That is really special. That's worth bidding alone, just to have that moment with the creator of the thing that motivated you to go for your dreams and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's what we hope.
So you said that this was the beginning of your trip?
Yeah, so Buenos Aires was the whole beginning, and then we move on to the other files basically it's a trip to the penguins, because the penguins are going to be the final thing we will see. Yeah. And
right here?
yes, so this is the great final. This is going to be auctioned on April 5th. All of the files are going to be auctioned at, I think it's 6 p.m. UTC, every day one. And those emperor penguins were kind of the coolest moment of the trip, because there was a whole colony of them. And it's really hard to actually get there because you have to take a helicopter to even come close to them. And oftentimes the ice that they live on, the sea ice, is not thick enough. So you can't really land on it with the helicopters because they would break in. And on the other times, they are too far from the water, from the shore, to walk it or to wander it. So we got really lucky to see this colony of the emperor penguins, because I think this special colony hadn't been photographed for at least 5 years or something. So
Oh wow, they're so cute.
Yes.
Oh, look at this.
And they just got those chicks, and yeah, just amazing. Just amazing.
I love penguins, by the way, so this is really cool. I mean, when is anyone ever gonna go to Antarctica? Like, you know?
Yeah, with our movie. So the purpose of the movie is to take the people on the trip, right? Because you will really experience how it is to get to Antarctica. And it's not going to be only polished, it's just going to be honest. So you're really going to be on a trip.
Let me see if I can go back to, oh yeah, your authorship page.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a very unique experience, because not only can you experience the documentary of the documentary and just like real life, you guys trying to do like the most extreme thing that you can think of, like you know, just in the wild and documenting it, but you're sharing a little bit with people that are in technology, using this new technology.
Yeah, definitely. And we want to make the connection too, because we think for filmmakers, but yeah, basically for every artist, every creative, this is a life-changing technology. So NFTs need to be promoted and pushed forward, because it allows you as an artist, as a creator, to do unique world, to do unique work in a world of copies. And that's important, because in the digital world, this wasn't available up until now.
That's so true. Wait, so this is what's happening. My time, if you could see my whole screen, is actually Amsterdam time. So it's happening now, but when this comes out, this will be happening the same day. So you can go try to get your limited official movie poster. Right?
Yeah, so besides the film scenes, we also minted our movie poster. We animated it a bit, so it's moving. And we did it's going to be a drop, so everybody can get one, hopefully, who's interested.
Oh, that looks.
We wanted to make sure that the community is able to buy one that is not too expensive, and so it's at a fixed price.
Okay, I'm gonna be getting one of those if possible. I know it's sell out really fast on Atomic Hub, so
yeah,
I'm not gonna give my hopes up, but I'm definitely gonna get my hands on a poster.
Nice. And you can put it on your virtual VR wall.
Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about before this interview how are people going to display this video art on their wall as they display artwork. So that's the future. The future is going to be really fun. And then there's something else I wanted to ask you about. So the next few days, also there's more information if anybody wants to see their interview with Adobe. Is very informational interview, and then the trailer, which we watched, and then their website. But you have the auctions happening for the next few days.
Exactly, yeah. Each day has one auction, and each auction has only one available film scene.
So I'll tell you right now what's happening with these bids is I've already learned this about Atomic Hub is that everybody waits till the last minute and then they outbid each other and they try to do it while they think other people are sleeping. So I already know the game, and that's because I'm going to be playing it too. I already have my eyes on a few of these scenes.
Nice.
So basically these are like pivotal moments of the film that made like a big impact on you guys as people, as well as just being parts of the film.
Yes, and parts of the whole movement, to go after your passion instead of going the easy way or the way that people want you to go. Yeah. Wow. So there's really a story behind it.
Yeah, I hope that maybe after this auction, you guys could go through and talk about, have interviews or something on your site and just talk about these scenes and what they mean and represent to you guys. Because that just adds another layer of value to the digital scarcity of these NFTs for people that own them.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, the movie just got translated. So it's on international distribution now. After we went on tour throughout the entire Germany and Austria, then it got on TV. So, and now it's on international distribution. So it's actually translated into English. You can watch it on Amazon, for example, with a nice English-speaking native narrator. But our original conversations are still in it with subtitles. So it's probably the best out of two worlds, I think.
Yeah, I think, I mean, to be honest, whenever I was in the film circuit, our favorite films to go watch were the foreign films where it was all subtitles. What do you think this is going to do to the film industry, NFTs?
Yeah, we actually, we chose this way of storytelling because we noticed that, for example, the Lord of the Rings making of got almost even bigger than the real one. If you look at it on, I think, I don't even know if it's available on YouTube, but it has like crazy views. Everybody's seen those making of scenes because back then the visual effects and everything was like brand new, and it's just impressive to see how those things work behind the scenes. So we thought, why not combining both, right? So we take the audience behind the scenes so that you know how actually those films are done and what you have to go through. And for us, that made it even more interesting than the polished and cinematic shots. So you have this combination of the vlogs and cinematic. And yeah, we see that more and more people are using it. And I don't know if you know The Art of Flight. That's a Red Bull movie, I think.
Yeah.
And it comes with a lot of slow motion, helicopters and snow. And that was one of the role models that we had for this one. So we really like the style, but we combined it with a vlog. So yeah, it's something new, and people got surprised by it. It's those natural ups and downs that you will get when you do a project like this, and that's just the way it happened. So we can say now this is just how it really was. So we can take the people on an honest trip to Antarctica.
Are you going to have more auctions?
Most likely, yes. We are currently watching all that. It's so crazy to be auctioning NFTs right now because this is so new to us. But definitely, we're totally in love with the technology, and I haven't done anything else for the past 3 weeks. Just hanging out on all of those NFT pages, all of those Reddit channels and Telegram groups. I didn't even have Twitter or Reddit before. I just got it for the crypto, and it's so cool. It's a whole new world. So I'm sure there's going to be something. Yeah.
The whole experience of, the film and the NFTs and you being, so young, but having had all these experiences, what would be like your takeaway or, message that you would hope that people take from the film or from you guys in general?
Yeah. Go after your passion. That's the most important thing. do what you like, do what you love. And if you don't know that yet, take the time to find out about that. It's important, that it's worth it. Don't go for the easiest way. Don't go for the safest way, unless you really love the safest way. Yeah, find out what you like. That's the most important thing to me. And that's how I did all my projects too. So if there was any force, I probably wouldn't have done it. So I'm really impressed by the WAX community. It's so cool that everybody's so well connected, and it's just impressive. So you guys are on a really cool mission as well.
Oh, thanks. Thank you so much. And until next time, wax on.
All right. You say wax on, right? Wax on.
Yeah, wax on.